more hits being dropped by Fox News today. They can't help themselves. Yesterday, we talked about this video they clearly leaked to Media Matters for America, whose whole existence is to ruin Fox News and try to get it boycotted. I mean, the fact that Fox News is now coordinating with Media Matters for America is a new low. This is, again, my supposition, but it's a pretty well-founded one. They released this tape of Tucker lamenting what a shit show Fox Nation is. Sorry, Mom. And how it doesn't work well and it's not a good user experience. Why Fox would leak this about itself doesn't particularly make Fox Nation look so good. But they're trying to show that he's not a company man. You know, he's not loyal. They were asking him to do some things and he was kind of complaining about it. David Sachs of the All In podcast retweeted it yesterday saying this just shows what any professional would want to see in one of their employees, which is a commitment to excellence and, you know, sparking an improvement in a product that's struggling. Why wouldn't you want that in somebody who works for you? Well, now we get more. Now, today, remember last week we told you about the New York Times saying, like in the 6th paragraph, because even the New York Times seemed embarrassed to be doing the Fox News dirty work. Those references to video the New York Times had obtained of Tucker, in one instance referring to a woman as yummy, circumstances unclear, and in another referring to his postmenopausal audience. It was clearly styled as though this was going to be an insult to women. This is going to be an example of Tucker's misogyny. No context. Where did you get said video? Where could it have come from? We knew it was from Fox. I said that to you last week. Melissa Francis was on, said the same. Well, now, shock of all shocks, those videos have shown up on where? Wait for it. Can you guess? Media Matters for America. It's amazing. They're not even subtle. Fox is losing its fastball. This is just too obvious, Irina. Again, it's my opinion. This is all being leaked by Irina Briganti, who's made it her mission to ruin Tucker Carlson. She hates it when you mention her name on the air. She hates it when her pictures make the air, but she's happy to besmirch yours. She's in the business of ruining your name. Welcome to the club. It doesn't feel very good, does it, Irina? When your name is all over the news as somebody who's possibly doing very disgusting, dirty, dirtball kinds of things. It doesn't feel good. In any event, I'm going to show you the videos because what they think makes Tucker look terrible does nothing of the sort and underscores the absurdity. I just want to point out, CNN is not doing any of this crap to Don Lemon. CNN's not doing any of this to Don Lemon. They fired the guy. They're in the middle of a negotiation. As far as I know, it's going the way you would expect. And I think Don Lemon's going to walk away with his paycheck. Tucker, it's a different situation at Fox where you must be ruined, as I've been telling you. So here's 2, I'm going to show you 3 because there's the 3rd out now, of the latest videos that are supposed to divide Tucker's audience from him and make them think he's a dirtbag. We can no longer possibly support him in his new and independent venture or if he goes to Newsmax, etc. Here they are. We'll start with yummy.
You wouldn't? Okay. I'm not, you know what? I'm not qualified on that score, I will say. I thought his girlfriend was kind of yummy. Just kidding, in case this is being pulled off the bird. Yeah, the bird. Hey, Media Matters for America. Go fuck yourself. That's the first thing I want to say tonight. Second thing is, totally kidding. I don't even know what his girlfriend looks like. And if I did, I would not find her yummy.
I freaking love that. I love it. He knew even in the moment that there might be somebody working against him, making sure that the camera that's on you during the commercial breaks and whatever gets fed to it, some nefarious person inside Fox could use it against him. So he had the presence of mind to know who they might leak to and to tell him to fuck right off. Again, sorry, Mom. Right? It's kind of great. But can I just spend a minute on the New York Times' dishonesty? The New York Times reported that as we've obtained a video of him referring to a woman as yummy. I didn't see in the New York Times the part where he said explicitly, I'm just kidding. I don't even know the person. I don't know what she looks like. Why didn't the New York Times report that? Huh? Where was the context for your smear of Tucker, your attempt to make him look like a misogynistic prick? You buried it in the 6th paragraph, but you didn't have the balls to actually report the context. Media Matters had more balls than you did, New York Times. That was disgusting. The second, about his postmenopausal audience, all of whom have written to me. I know these women. saying they didn't even find what they read so far offensive. And I guarantee you they're not going to find the actual bit offensive either. Nonetheless, here it is.
Well, I feel great. You know, I can never assess my appearance. I wait for my postmenopausal fans to weigh in on that. My IFB. What? They want to control me from afar? Okay, I'm putting the leash on. You can... Fuck it, we'll do it live. I got you, baby.
What do you see a jovial guy cracking jokes on the set? It's not an insult. What's wrong with saying postmenopausal women? I am a premenopausal woman, but in about 5 or 6 years, I'll probably be postmenopausal. I wouldn't be offended by that. What does it mean? It means people who are around my age are going to let me know whether I look good. Tucker's no spring chicken. He'd be the first to tell you. I think he's my age exactly. I think I'm 52. He's 53. So again, no mention of the fact that he's jovial. He's on the set. He's cracking jokes. He's laughing. No, you got to think that he somehow hates his audience. That's how it was reported initially in the Times without the context there. And now we see the full tape. And by the way, just in case you're wondering, who is taping? Ask yourself about my theory that this is Fox News doing it to him, that it's Irina Briganti who sat there culling through his commercial downtime to look for anything that might, if this is all you got, you lost your fastball. This doesn't make him, I can't wait for the tape that absolutely sinks him because this is absurd. So far, you've made Fox Nation look bad. You've made Tucker look good in his ripping on Media Matters for America. And you've made Tucker look good because he's obviously a funny guy who mocks his enemies and makes clear that he understands you might be taping him. Here's edition number 3, which was just released today. And this one is, I guess, supposed to make us think he's a pervert. It's an exchange he's having with Piers Morgan. There's no context to any of this other than it's commercial breaks or wind-ups, before a segment. That's what's obvious to me as an anchor. But there's no context, but he's clearly talking to Piers Morgan. And Piers Morgan is having Tucker on Piers' show here. Tucker's doing it from his set. So again, Fox News would have access to the feed. And they're joking about, I don't know, you listen and draw your own conclusion. Here it is.
Everyone in this company is thrilled that you're doing this. I've gotten more calls from people about it.
Oh, that's great. Well, I got to say, when I came to New York a couple of weeks ago, I couldn't believe how welcoming and friendly everybody was. It was fantastic. I loved it.
Yeah, they really mean it from the owners on down.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's cool to see it. I like that. It's a good, people are nice in this company, I think. They've always been nice to me anyway.
I completely agree. Everyone's been very, very friendly and very nice, and I really appreciate it. But thank you so much for coming on. It's fantastic.
I bet that doesn't change. Of course.
Yeah. It's just great to have you on my show. I mean, I've been on yours enough times. It's great.
I think it's totally cool. So let's, if we're going to talk about sex, I'd love to hit some of the fine points of technique. But it's your show. It's totally up to you.
We can certainly talk about your sexual technique, especially after your tanning testicles last week.
Not mine. We'll speak in more general terms, but I've got something to add.
Why are they leaking that? It's funny. I don't know what they talked about. We can go back and check his appearance on Piers Morgan, but maybe it did have something to do with some sort of sexual story in the news. I have no idea. Who cares? I don't care. Nothing even remotely offensive in that exchange. Tucker's cracking a joke. How is she so uptight? Is she this uptight that she doesn't realize no one's going to be offended? Like, maybe you need a Valium. Take a seat. Take a deep breath and try to understand how real people live their lives, not hyperventilating over dumb jokes on the set between two guys trying to loosen up before a segment that they both hope will be great and fun for the audience at home. By the way, none of that is stuff that Tucker wouldn't say on the air, right on the air to his audience. So this is absurd. Fox News should stop this nonsense. And I really need to stop picking on Irina Briganti, because her bosses are allowing this. Suzanne Scott's allowing this. The Murdochs are allowing this because they want him destroyed. It's not just her fault. They know how to rein her in. They know she's likely the person responsible for this. Maybe they've already greenlit it and they're fully participating. I don't know. This is my supposition. But I will tell you this. I have it on good authority that when I went on Tucker, right after my termination from my relationship with NBC, I went on his set. I sat with him. I gave him an interview. I think it took 2 blocks, but I was sitting there off the air with Tucker for a bit. And I was told by a reliable source, she taped me then. She taped me. She loathed me because I had to hire that outside PR person after she betrayed the women of Fox News during the Roger Ailes era. And as I told you, the Murdochs paid for that. They didn't say, oh no, Irina's great. Oh no, you should work with her. They paid for an outside PR person to help me because I couldn't work with this person. So I come back years later and she tapes me on the set. That's what I was told. Love to hear from you, Irina. Let me know. Let me know if I'm off base on all this. I love to have a chat. You can deny it all. Why don't you come on the show? We can have a chat about old times because I see you and I see what you guys are doing. And so does Tucker's audience. And it's disgusting. Look, you can go to Brazil or Colombia or Korea or wherever and get crazy stuff done to your face. But why would you do that? Now you can look years younger right before your very eyes without all those weird interventions. That is during the Genucel Mother's Day sale. Here's a real review from Genucel.com. Claire writes, I absolutely love Genucel. My skin feels so good, tighter, younger, with a more even tone, and I only used it for a week. My advice for everyone, take a before picture. Her husband, Jim, writes in with this, wife loves it. Ever since I purchased it for her, things got much more interesting after dark. Enough said. It's true. Nothing works like Genucel because it's a family recipe for over 20 years, made by a compounding pharmacist in small batches, and always safe, cruelty-free, and natural. Go to Genucel.com/MK60 and save over 70% off Genucel's most popular package, all their best stuff, during their Mother's Day sale. Every most popular package features their Ultra Retinol and Dark Spot Corrector. Don't wait. Go to Genucel.com/MK60. Genucel.com/MK60. Get a complimentary Spa Essentials box with every package order from now through Mother's Day. Plus, free upgrade to priority shipping. GENUCEL.com/MK60. Genucel.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.